Okay, next I want to talk about your sales responsibility. I understand that you're also the salesperson for Blockhead Corporation, which is over half of your sales as a company.
Yes, that's right. Blockhead Corporation is considered a national account. Brian is the day to day point of contact. My job is to do the contract negotiation and set the pricing and product mix.
That must be interesting. Are you authorized to make commitments for the company? Do you have to run the contract by anyone before you sign it?
What do you mean by that?
Depending on the size and complexity of the business, some companies have a system of contract review, where the contract gets reviewed by a legal expert, along with multiple members of management, to give assurance that the company won't overpromise and underdeliver.
Oh, we don't have anything like that. I am familiar enough with our business that I can make commitments for the company by signing the contracts myself.
What if, for example, your supply contract required you to introduce a line of hazardous materials that you haven't handled in the past? Would you still be authorized to sign a contract without buy-in from production and purchasing?
Well, I am purchasing, so that's no problem, and Tommy is production, and he is indifferent. All he ever does is sign stuff without reading it.
Oh, and that hasn't caused you any problems?
Well, there was an issue a few years ago. Blockhead Corporation required us to honor a 3-day lead time on all items. Of course, that's ridiculous for us. We can't get items from our suppliers within 3 days. They tried to collect a $250,000 fine from us. Finally, they realized that it was a little unreasonable for them to expect that and backed off.
What about the blanket terms and conditions? Did you agree to that too?
Yes, that's a requirement for all of the Blockhead vendors.
What about the communication requirement that requires you to notify them within 72 hours if you have a data breach, and the part that requires you to notify them if there's a product recall incident?
How do you know that?
I looked it up in the hotel last night. It's posted on their website. Who reviewed all of that before you signed the supply contract with them?
They don't enforce three-fourths of that stuff. We just assumed it was in there because they were targeting their huge suppliers. They won't bother with us. We're too small.
Well, I just have one more question regarding that company. What do they think of you? Do they send you a supplier report card or something similar?
Yes, they send us that, but there are always a lot of mistakes on it. I spend a lot of time investigating incidents of so-called late delivery and poor quality and dispute half of what their findings are. It's really an annoying part of my job.
Are you catching a trend on this? Nothing is ever their fault. It's always this multi-billion-dollar company's mistake. Even though we sign an agreement, you can't expect us to follow it. The dog ate my homework. I, as an ISO auditor, am limited as to what I can say about any of this because it's up to the company to set up the rules for accepting a contract, but I, as an adult, would love it if there was a more disciplined contract review process. It actually seems like there are several cases where they've been put in an awkward situation.